Roses are red, violets are blue. Love is beautifully constructed, much like you. Every time I think about you, my heart skips a beat like 1, 2, 3. I'm down on my knees because
Tell me, what more do you want from me? I've given you my all, hoping you wouldn't betray me. Standing here powerful and all, without you there's nothing. So love me, cherish me, and withhold my heart. Because it is like a crystal glass. One moment and it will shatter into a million broken pieces.
You will hear me, you will see me. What does that mean? You will hear me, you will see me. What does that feel like? In many seasons you will see, and many times you will hear. Now will you hear me, will you see me? What does that look like? Detours and seashores and delays and vacations. Do you see it and do you believe it? You will hear me, you will see me in many seasons. Thank you.
My skin color doesn't define who I am. You can't just look at me and assume that I'm going to rob you, or you can't just assume just because I'm from a different country that I've came here to steal everything from you. It is God that put me on this earth. It is God that make me with this black melanin. So you can't self-incriminate me. You can hate me. You can say all those things you want. But one thing you're going to do, you will always respect me. Oh. This one goes, the foster son of Joseph. I grew up in the home of Monsieur and Madame Toussaint. They took me and my brother in, and after our mother died, he brought our freedom. He educated us, he clothed us, and he helped us find jobs, and even taught us how to play the fiddle. You know, he was the kindest man I've ever known, and I owed everything to both Pierre and Juliet. They often called it the gospel to us, and the Beatles to us too. And my favorite book was from the book of Romans. You did not receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear. On the contrary, you received a spirit of sponsorship, which makes me cry. Abba, Father. It is the Spirit himself bearing witness with our spirit that we are children of God. You know, many people receive hospitality in their own home, both black and white. It doesn't matter of their color. And that is everything what Madame Toussaint taught us when we was living. Madame Toussaint and Monsieur both believed and lived that we were all brothers and sisters in Christ, no matter our color. Even those who were ungrateful to him, he never rebuked. He was a very, very forgiving man. Thank you.
I heard he sealed it with a kiss. He gently kissed her arm and lips. I find that so hard to believe, because his kiss belongs to me.
You never do what you say, something always gets in the way. You ask why I never stay, it's a game I don't want to play. Empty promises, empty hands, no execution, only plans. Made it look like you have fans, but all I see are empty stands. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed your little song, but the lyrics are wrong, and it's gone on a little too long. Too far to love, but close enough
When
to...
winding a rope, one runs the risk of creating a supercoil. It is the result of tension being tense, and coincidentally, this is how DNA is stored before cell division. This is all to say, my genes tend to hold stress, especially when it feels like I'm separating at the seams. But when a cell divides, it usually means one of two things: growth or healing. And I feel that. I feel breaking for the sake of survival. Past that, more like thriving in a culture that was never meant for me, one that reduces my origins to a small colony as if it wasn't the birthplace to a resistance strain, one that filtered